So the first thing I want to show you guys is these envelopes. The reason I really love getting envelopes from Dollar Tree is because you usually get a decent sized pack, and then it's usually brand name. Like, you're not just going to find like regular Dollar Tree envelopes. So usually it's a brand that you're already comfortable with. I use envelopes a lot. I know, especially with like email, things like that, people don't really use envelopes, but I do for a lot of different things. And it's they're usually a lot more expensive if you go to like Staples, or if you go to, Office Depot, or any other type of big like hardware office stores. Not hardware, I don't know why I said hardware, but yeah, if you go to big hardware, oh my goodness, I said it again. If you go to big office type of stores, they're usually going to be a lot more expensive. um, and yeah, to find these at Dollar Tree for $1 is a pretty great find. For those of you that aren't familiar with Dollar Tree, everything is $1. It doesn't matter what it is, it's $1. They have a great range of products, from food to office to, decorations and a bunch of stuff that I'm going to show you. But yeah, Dollar Tree is awesome. Okay, so I don't really have everything sorted in a particular way, so just bear with me. But yeah, let's just jump right in. So the next thing that I got is this jar. It's just a plain glass jar. It has a lid, which is nice. Certain things, when I find them at Dollar Tree, I just have to pick them up because you really just don't know when you're going to use them, but they always come in so handy. This jar has like this little indentation on the side, so if you want, you can lean it. I've seen people use these in kitchens, definitely. If you buy something like this at Bed Bath & Beyond, it would definitely run you between $5 and $7, especially because it has this lid. You can use it for so many different things. You can use it in an office. You can use it, as I said, in a kitchen. You can use it in your room just to hold random stuff. You can use it for so many different things in the bathroom. So it's definitely one of those things that anytime you see it, you just want to pick it up. Because you're always going to find a use for it. Okay, so next I have these beautiful ornaments. Another thing I love about Dollar Tree is they are pretty current with like the season and the festivities and all of that. So a lot of things, rather than going to, maybe wherever they sell ornaments, I guess like Walmart or Target, sometimes you can really find them at Dollar Tree and they'll really be a great buy. This is a pack of 15 ornaments. They're by the brand Christmas House. I don't know if you guys can see that. They have 5 gold, 5 green, sparkly, and then 5 red. At the Dollar Tree by me, they did have different varieties. Like, they had some that were all metallics, like gold and silver. They had some that were all gold, and they just had like some sparkly gold, some regular gold. They had, they had different variations. I just chose this one because we do have a relatively small Christmas tree, and I figured the more colors the better, so that way I don't have to get too many packs of different stuff to try to make it colorful. I have used Dollar Tree ornaments before, and I really love them, just because ornaments is one of those things that, unless you're really good about it, you're not really going to be reusing them that often. So for me, I'd rather spend $1 on 15 ornaments and just use them, and then try to pack them up. But if I don't pack them up, then I'm still fine, than to try to buy like maybe one of these small ornaments for $1, and then you spend 15-20 bucks on something that you may not necessarily reuse. So definitely their Christmas items are amazing. The next thing that I want to show you guys is these sponges. A lot of people don't really get sponges from Dollar Tree. These are by the brand Scrub Buddies. There's 6 in a pack, which is really great. We currently use sponges similar to these, and they clean stuff. I mean, they're sponges. So you can definitely always use sponges. I like the shape of these because they kind of make it easier. I don't know if you can kind of see the shape, but they kind of make it easier when you're holding them they have a scrubbing side as well as a regular foam side. So it makes it easier when you're gripping things to really be able to scrub them. And a pack of 6 for $1 is really good. Another thing that I have for you guys is these matches. I always used to get the gas one or electric one, whichever one you would call it. Today when I went, I saw this box of matches. They are the Diamond brand, which is a pretty popular brand for matches. Um, they come with 10 in each packet that you get for $1, and in each box is 32. So I figure rather than keep getting the regular gas ones, I would just try these out. It does have a very decent amount in it, especially for $1. I don't think I'm going to run out of matches for a very long time. And then sometimes the gas one is a little bit dangerous because if you have kids running around, or if you have, if you don't have it in a safe enough place, anybody can pick it up and, especially as I said, kids, they'll press it and just try to think like it's a toy, but then they can really hurt themselves. Whereas these, they're a little bit harder in the way that if you don't really know how to use it, you're not really going to hurt yourself. And if you do know how to use it, most likely you're old enough that you're not going to burn yourself on it. Yeah. Okay. So next, sorry guys, this is going to be a long one. I have these candle holders. I actually got 2 of these because I'm planning to do a project with them. They're by the brand Luminescence Candles, which is a Dollar Tree brand. But they're very sturdy. Sometimes I would say to just double check what you're getting, because especially in the Dollar Tree, people kind of go crazy for some reason. So just make sure that it doesn't have any chips or any wear or tear, things like that. But this one is in really good condition. It's brand new. And I got 2 of them. As I mentioned in one of my other videos, one of the things that I'm actually going to be doing a lot of is like wedding planning videos. In there, I'll include a lot of tutorials about like making centerpieces, making different decorations. I am a party planner, or an event planner, I should say. So a lot of times if I have a client that wants a particular decoration, but maybe they saw it, at Home Goods or something, and it's $30 each, oftentimes it will be something that I can usually just make for them for a fraction of the cost. So I was definitely excited when I found these, because it's definitely something that you can attach to a lot of things, or even if you have it standing by itself, it's not something that I would look at and say, oh, it's only $1. Like if I saw this sitting somewhere, I would definitely think it was more than $1. And it's just so versatile. Like there's so many things you can do with it. I'm gonna, as I said, probably attach it to something else, spray paint it, and just use it for something other than a candle holder. But even if you are just using it as a candle holder, it is really sturdy. It's glass, which is nice. So you can definitely get a lot of use out of this one. Okay. So next, I got Band-Aids. Band-Aids is one of those things that a lot of people don't like to get them at the Dollar Tree, because they kind of feel like, who wants to get Band-Aids from the Dollar Tree? But for me, Band-Aids are Band-Aids. They're the brand Assured, which is a Dollar Tree brand. But usually if I'm using a Band-Aid, I just have like a little cut or something like that. You just spray some Neosporin on it, or you just put some antibacterial on it. Make sure you wash it, it's clean. And at the end of the day, the Band-Aid is just there to cover it. So it doesn't really matter where you get your Band-Aids from as long as they're clean. So why not get them for $1? A lot of people will get, as I said, like Band-Aids from, more expensive places, like maybe like Walgreens or Walmart, and it'll be a small pack, and it'll be like $5, $6 because they're brand name. If that's what you want, then I mean, of course, go for it. But personally, Band-Aids are Band-Aids. Okay, so next I got this LA Colors matte lip gloss. LA Colors isn't a Dollar Tree brand, but I do see them there all the time, and I was just really excited to try it. I follow a lot of other YouTubers who haul these and have tried them and who really like them. So it's definitely something that I've always been interested in trying. I don't really wear lip glosses that much. I wear a lot of lipsticks, and mainly matte lipsticks. But the YouTubers that I have seen that tried this one out said that it does dry matte. So that's why I figured out, you know, for $1, I would just give it a try. I have been obsessed with ColourPop lately, and they are very, very, very affordable. But they're still like $5 or $6 for a lippy or for a matte liquid lipstick. So if I could try this out, it definitely might be a dupe for one of the ColourPop colors. Just, I mean, I don't know what the color is going to be when I take it, when I actually try it on, but it looks like it could be a pretty good dupe for the Avenue by ColourPop. So, you know, for $1, that's a pretty good, it was worth a try. Okay, so next I got these hangers. They're Essentials. I'm not sure if Essentials is a Dollar Tree brand or not. I do always see these hangers every time I go. I did get the 8-pack. It's a bonus pack, so it's buy 6, get 2 free. And for me, I just really like it because, you know, I hang up a lot of stuff. And I feel like hangers is one of those things that if you don't go to the right place to get them, they can end up costing you kind of a lot. I usually prefer these like plasticky ones to the metal ones, just because the metal ones, like, especially if you're putting stuff like on this area, they'll kind of bend, and then you get that like U shape, and then after a while you have to throw them out. Whereas these, they're very sturdy, and you know, can put a good amount of stuff on them. Usually because they're plastic, if they break, they just break. So you don't have to worry about like, just like, oh, maybe I can use it and all of that. Okay, so next, I have this little notepad. I just really like the way it looked. It has 96 sheets. It doesn't say what brand it's from, but it just says made in China. But it's just a plain little notepad. I just really like it because I'm always taking notes. I'm always writing things down. A lot of times I will write it on my phone, but often it's nice to have like a notepad, and then I always have pens in my bag also that I can use to just take notes of something really quick, or if I'm in church and you know you don't necessarily want to be on your phone. It's definitely a nice little notebook to have on the go if you really need to write something down that first, or draw a picture or something, you know. Sometimes, of course, electronics are always helpful and they're very useful, but sometimes it is easier to have actual paper and pen that you can use. Okay. Next, I have this photo paper. It's by the brand Polaroid, which I was so excited to find because Polaroid is an actual brand. This one has 8 sheets, and it's 8.5 by 11. So it's definitely large photo paper, which is really great because if you get this at Staples, it would definitely run you somewhere between $8 and $20. Especially because it's a larger size. Usually the larger sizes are more expensive on top of that. Another thing that I got from the brand Polaroid that I don't actually have right now is labels. And those are just things that if you get them at Staples, or if you get them at Office Depot or any of those office supply stores, they're going to run you anywhere between $10 and $20. The pack that I got, I'll try to throw it in at the end if I remember, but the pack that I got was for, I want to say like 40 or 50 or maybe even more. I can't really remember, but it was a really good size pack. And then for just $1, it's like you can't really beat that price. So definitely the Polaroid paper, as well as the Polaroid labels. I've used the labels already. They're amazing. They literally work the same as regular labels. I am in the process of doing a lot of wedding stuff, so I was able to kind of design the labels with our names on it and a picture. And if anybody's interested, feel free to comment. I'll definitely post a video about how I did it and how I printed it at home by myself. But yeah, it's definitely just nice things to have for everyday purposes. Okay. So in the next bag, I have a cake decoration kit. Certain things like always just make me like kind of entertained. It's by the brand Cooking Concepts, which is a Dollar Tree brand. It comes with the pouch thing for like to fill the icing, and then it has 5 different heads that you can use for decorating. I don't know if you can see those heads up close. I haven't used it yet. It does come with instructions on the back of like how to replace the heads and how to fill the little pouch. I just think it's kind of cute because you never know what you're gonna have to decorate. I do make cupcakes and cakes and things like that every now and again, but I usually just kind of put the icing on and just use a knife. So it's definitely going to be cool to just try this out, maybe to decorate in different colors and just to try different things. So that's why I got that. For $1, I figured I would give it a try. I got this little hat. It's by, oh, it doesn't have a brand on it, but it's just knit hat. I just always wear hats, and I've been wearing like these grandma style caps, and my fiance is really over them, and he wants me to get new hats. So I figured this one's kind of cute. I don't want to try it right now because it will mess up my hair and I will look crazy for the rest of the video. But it is very durable. It's stretchy. I like the color. They did have other colors like black. I think they had a burgundy-ish type of color, and then this one they had, it was like a tan. So I just got this one because I don't have any tan hats, and I figure, especially now that it's fall and winter's coming soon, it's definitely going to be a good thing to have in my wardrobe for those days where I just don't feel like doing my hair and I just want to throw on a hat. Another thing that I'm super excited about is these Essie nail stickers. Essie is a very popular brand. The ones I got are called A to Zebra, which is so cute. I don't know if you can see the design. I'll try to show it. But they're just nail stickers. They do have different sizes, but because they're stickers, you can also kind of cut them down to fit your nail better. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily use them on all of my fingers. To me, that's a little bit much. But I definitely think it would be cute to have them as like an accent nail. So maybe on this finger, I'll use one for my index finger, and this finger I'll use one for my ring finger. They are the Sleek Stick. They are UV cured. They're long lasting, and this pack has 18 nail strips, 1 cuticle stick, 1 file and buffer, and then the instruction sheet. So to me, especially Essie, it's a great find. You won't find these very often anywhere. So yeah, I figure I don't really do my nails that often, but I figure for $1 I would give it a try. Okay, moving along, the next thing I got are these thank you cards. I just think these are so beautiful. These are by the brand Tender Thoughts. It comes with 6 thank you notes and envelopes. If you can see, it does retail for $3.25. I just thought these were adorable, especially the color, the gold and the cream. I just think they're so nice, and this might actually be something that we buy kind of in bulk to use as thank you cards for our wedding. In general, especially with the holiday seasons coming around, you never know when you're going to need a thank you card, or you never know, you might get a gift or for something that you weren't really expecting, and it is always a nice gesture to just send a thank you card, or even if, just to give them a thank you card like in their hand, to kind of just show them like that you really appreciate that they thought of you. And to me, for a pack of 6 especially, and as you see it retails for $3.25, I figured it would be a really good buy, and it's definitely something I want to get into the habit of doing. Thanksgiving is like, Thanksgiving, so it's like an attitude of gratitude, so I figured what better way to celebrate that than with thank you cards. Okay, next I have this Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush, which I'm really excited about. I personally really love Wet n Wild brushes. I do have other brushes. I have NARS brushes and MAC brushes, Sigma brushes, like the whole 9. But sometimes when you find an extra brush, it is good to pick it up, even if it's just to try it out. I have some more Wet n Wild brushes. Let me get them. Hold on. Okay, I have more Wet n Wild brushes. These two are the pink and white ones, which I still like. I prefer the black ones, not for any, not because they blend better or because they are better for application or anything like that, but just because they're black. Personally, I just like all of my stuff to be uniform. So even though these pink and white brushes are still very good, the color kind of throws me off when I kind of am looking at my brushes all together. But these are the three that I got. I'll try to show them to you closely. These two are more specific for like eye. One of them is a smoky liner brush, and the other one's an angled liner brush. I always love getting the angled liner brush because even though it's supposed to be a liner brush, you can use them for so many different things. You can use it to apply concealer around the lip area. You can use it to fill in your brows. Obviously, you can use it as for liner. I haven't tried out this brand specifically, the liner brush, but I figured for $1 I'd give it a shot. It definitely is something that you can use for literally any area. Even if maybe you put mascara and then you sneeze or something and you just want to touch up a little section of your eyeshadow. These tiny brushes are always really good for that because they can get into those tight places. Same thing for this one, the smoky liner brush. I probably won't use this at all for smoky liner actually, but definitely having a small brush that's good for especially a flat brush like this. It's good for cleaning things up and for applying tiny bits of product where you just need to fill in. And then this one, just like a general eyeshadow brush. I haven't gotten to feel it yet, but I think it looks pretty puffy and really fluffy. So hopefully it'll be good for blending. So that's something else that I got. Another thing that I got, and I haven't actually tried it out yet, is the Essentials, which is a Dollar Tree brand, mesh laundry bags. This is a 3-count. Let me show it to you. Basically what it is it's for your intimates when you put them in the wash, underwear, bras, personally socks, just because I like to put them all together so that they don't get separated when you wash them. This pack does come with 3. Of course, everything's $1, so I haven't tried these yet, but it does come with a zipper. They're 12 inches by 15 inches, so they're not huge, but they're a decent size. So I figure 3 for $1, and it's something I wanted anyway. And I was going to buy it on Amazon for, I want to say like $8 for just one. So I figured if I find them at Dollar Tree, 3 for a pack, it's definitely a good buy. Another thing that I got is painter's tape, painter's masking tape. I got 2 of them. They're by the brand Tool Bench Hardware. I definitely just got them because I am always spray painting something. I'm always painting something. I do a lot of crafts. I do a lot of different things where I'm just putting things together and trying to, make something out of pieces. And definitely I figured this would be something helpful. I usually get my painter's tape at Home Depot, but it's not usually $1. So I figure, I don't know how reliable it is or if it's very sticky, if it leaves any residue when it comes off, but it's definitely something I'm planning to try out. I'm going to probably do a centerpiece tutorial soon, so it's definitely something I want to try out, and I will let you guys know how reliable it is and, if it's any good. Another thing that I got are these bobby pins. I have 6 siblings, and 5 of them are girls. So definitely, and then especially, my mom obviously is here also. So there's a lot of us in the house that use bobby pins. Bobby pins are one of those like magician type of disappearing act things in my house. So every time I go to Dollar Tree, I just like to pick up a pack. It is 72. I'm a little bit crazy, so I like to count them and make sure that it's 72 because I noticed that some of the packs will look like they have a little bit less, and I guess when people see them, they'll just walk by and like pull them off the pack or use them or whatever. So personally, I figure if I'm paying for something, I want to get what I'm paying for, so I always make sure that it is 72. These are the brown ones. I don't know if you can really see that in the lighting. I don't really have a preference. I just happened to pick up the brown ones, so I just went with it. These are the brand Basic Solutions, which I believe is a Dollar Tree brand. But bobby pins are bobby pins. So, yeah. Another thing that I got, and this is going back to my crafts, is this Fix All Adhesive Super Glue. It says it works great on rubber, wood, and metal. I'm planning to use it for glass. I haven't personally used it, but I've seen a lot of people haul it, and They usually use it for crafts and things like that. And so far, I haven't seen any complaints with it. So I figure I'd give it a try. Usually I get super glue, but um, for the size of the tube and then for just $1, I figure it can't hurt. A lot of the glassware that I get that I actually make centerpieces with or make decorations with and different things like that, I do get from Dollar Tree. So I figure if there is ever a time where I'm making like something that I'll need more glue, it's definitely going to be easier for me to just pick up the glassware, pick up whatever I need, and then to just get this super glue straight from the Dollar Tree rather than having to run to Home Depot or rather than having to run to, Staples or wherever else I can get it. So I'm definitely going to try this out, probably in a video coming up, and I'll definitely let you guys know how it works. Another thing that I got, and I just think it's so adorable, is these little sticky note pads. It's by the brand Crown Jewels, and it says like I'm a sticky note. I just love them. For any of you that don't know, my first name is Wilsa, and I don't know, I don't really use sticky notes that much. I am in school, so I figure it can't hurt to have them just to kind of throw them in my bag. That way if I want to just write something down for somebody really quickly, I can just peel it off and give it to them, and it's in a double use, so I just thought it was very cute. I've never seen these before, even at Staples, so I figure, why not? Okay, moving along. I have 2 more bags left, guys. Almost there. So another thing that I got is this loofah. I actually got it for my sister because she's a big kid, and it's a animal. I don't really know what animal, but it has a little tail, and it has I guess these are supposed to be feet. It has like 2 feet on one side and 1 foot on the other, so that's a little bit confusing. But anyway, it's just really cute, and especially just something to have in the tub. It's a cute little thing, and it's by the brand April Bath and Shower. It does recommend that you replace it every 30 days, which most loofahs, if you use loofahs, they do say to replace them every 30 days. So I figure for something that I'm replacing every 30 days, if I can get it for $1, why not? Another thing that I got are these little travel size bottles. They are also by the brand April Bath and Shower. The good thing about travel, and this one comes 3 to a pack, it has 2 that are kind of like the clip, the top that you like press down, and it has 1 that's like a spray bottle type of situation. The reason I like these is because all of us in my house, well, except for one of my sisters, we are natural. So we are constantly making our concoctions of oils and aloe vera and water and this and that. And so these are definitely something handy to have around the house to use to put little oils in. Also the spray bottle, there's so many things that you can use a spray bottle for, whether it's for hair, whether it's for makeup, whether it's for kitchen stuff. Maybe you can put oil in here and use it to spray down the pan. There's so many different uses for these small little bottles. So every time I see them, well, if I need them, I'll definitely grab a pack. Just as it is 3, so it's definitely that, and they're durable. They don't just break and crack, so it's definitely something useful to have on hand. Okay, the next thing that I got is also for my sister. It's a screen protector. It doesn't have a brand on here, but it says that it fits an iPad mini. She has an iPad mini, which my youngest brother has taken a hold of and just goes crazy with it. So I figure it can't help for her to have a screen protector that she can put on it just to keep it safe when he does have it, so that she doesn't have to worry about the screen. I've never used it before, and I don't know how good it is. So I'm definitely going to give it to her, and probably in a few weeks I'll let you guys know how it works, if it's any good, if it sticks well, and if it really protects the screen. Okay. Next, I got these 2 Crest toothpaste. I got these 2 Crest toothpaste, and me and my sister, our birthdays are coming up soon, and we just love the whitening toothpaste, especially from Crest, because they are really good, and we always try to whiten as much as we can, and we try to just use the whitening products. So especially for something like brushing your teeth that you do twice, maybe 2, 3 times a day, um, it's definitely useful to have a whitening toothpaste so that not only you're using those whitening products, but as you know, you're brushing your teeth, you're also whitening more, and then it just helps you get to that goal a little bit faster. Um, and these next two items are actually for hair. They're both from Basic Solutions, which is a Dollar Tree brand. This first one is a detangler brush. This is for my sister. I got myself one in black, and then I got her one in pink. Um, I've tried these before, and they're actually very, very good. Especially being natural, there are a lot of detangling brushes out there on the market, and for $1, especially, this is one of the best ones that I tried. Um, I I just love it, especially if you have a young child that you're trying to like do their hair and stuff like, and they're like crying and things like that. This is definitely, definitely, definitely something that you can get. It makes the detangling process much, much easier, and it just makes life easier in general. Another one that I got from the Dollar Tree, which I was really, really surprised to find, is actually this. Well, it says cushion brush, but it's a paddle brush, if you can see that. It's plastic, but the handle is so, so durable. It doesn't, a lot of things that you get from Dollar Tree, when you pull the handle, you kind of see it bends. If you can kind of tell that it's made out of flimsy plastic. But this is very, very durable. It is just a regular paddle brush, so I'm really excited to use it because I just needed a new paddle brush. If you go to like Walmart or Target or Walgreens or any of those other stores, the paddle brushes there are all probably $5 and up. And especially because this is a little bit of a bigger one also. I don't know if you can really see the size of it, but it's a normal size paddle brush. So they'll usually be pretty expensive, and especially because there's so many of us in my house that are using these brushes, they do tend to wear out pretty quickly. They do tend to, start kind of getting dirty or having hair in them and like all these different things. So it's nice to find it for $1 that we can just get, all of us share it, and then when it's done or when it's broken or whatever, we just replace it. And for $1, it's definitely a steal. Okay. The next thing that we got are these Scotch tape. We really use tape for a lot of things, especially with the holiday season coming up. The brand is Scotch, so it is a name brand, which you will not find easily at the Dollar Tree. But it comes with a pack of 2, which isn't that many, but for $1, it's definitely a great find because even if you got 5 of these, that's 10 packs of tape for $5. So it's definitely a steal. It is a transparent tape. It's 3 meters, and it's 2 different rolls. So altogether, it's a great find. And it's regular Scotch tape, so you definitely know that it's reliable. The next thing that I got is this LA Colors Super Strength Nail Builder. I got a nail builder once before from the Dollar Tree, but I wasn't really able to tell if it was good or not because I wasn't very consistent with it. LA Colors is a regular brand. It's not a Dollar Tree brand, so I'm very hopeful for this one. It says it strengthens nails with silk protein and protects nails from chipping. I have relatively short nails, and one of my other sisters has pretty short nails also, so I figured this is definitely something that we can use to try to just keep our nails strong and to keep them from chipping when we do decide to put nail polish and things like that. The next thing I got is this extension cord. It has 3 outlets on it, and it's 6 feet. It doesn't have the brand on it. It just says everyday household use, 16 gauge, as I said, 6 feet extension cord. It does have 3 outlets on it. I just think this is such a great find. I only have 1 outlet in my room personally, so whenever I see things like this, like extensions that have like 3 outlets on it or more, I definitely pick them up. This is my first time seeing these at the Dollar Tree. It was in the Christmas section. I guess it's for people with trees and things like that so that you can hook up your tree. But I just think it's such a great find because Even if you go to like Walmart, which they're usually a little bit less expensive at Walmart, they'll still be like probably $7 for something, an extension this size. So it's definitely a great find for $1. Another thing that I got is the Assured brand, which is a Dollar Tree brand, isopropyl alcohol. It's 50%. It's an antiseptic. The reason we actually got this is because one of my sisters is constantly breaking her makeup. She's constantly breaking her eyeshadow palettes and her blushes, her highlighters, you name it, she's broken it. So we actually saw another YouTuber that did a hack with the alcohol, and basically what they did is they poured the alcohol in the cracked palette and kind of smoothed it out and then let it sit, and then once the alcohol dried, the palette was back together. So I got this. I figured for $1, it's definitely cheaper than just buying a new palette. Sorry for all the beeping. It's definitely cheaper than buying a new palette, so I figure for $1, we might as well give it a try. Okay, so the last bag has just a few more things. We're almost there. I got these Betty Crocker bowls. Wait, they're not Betty Crocker, sorry, they're Rubbermaid. And they're just regular bowls. They have little, I don't know if you can really see it, but those little squares have measurements on it. So they tell you, okay, 250 milliliters, 750 milliliters, and then on the other side, they say 1 cup and 3 cups. So you can actually, when you're putting food in, for example, if you're dieting, or even if you're not dieting, if you kind of just want to keep track of how much, rice you're eating or how much of this or that you're eating, it's definitely helpful because you can fill it to that line, and it tells you, okay, if you're filling it to this line, that's 1 cup of rice, or that's 1 cup of pasta, or 1 cup of, whatever. Altogether, they are 5.2 cups or 1.2 liters. They are the quick click seals. So basically once you put it down, they just click and they close. These are the deep square ones, so they're relatively large. But I'm definitely always taking food to work, and I'm always bringing lunch places. I am in school, so if I have to go to school for something, it's always nice to have like these little bowls that if I just finished cooking dinner, I can, put food in this and package it or pack it up for the next day. They are Rubbermaid, which is a brand, so it's always good when you find brands at Dollar Tree because you know from the jump that they're going to be reliable and they're not going to chip and crack on you. Another thing, sorry, I'm getting a call. Sorry about that. Another thing that I got, and I've seen it hauled a lot of times, and I'm actually really excited to use it, are these 5-minute white packs. They do come with one, with the mouth guard. It does have one guard for the top and bottom teeth, and they have this gel. The reason I'm so excited to use this is because I literally got it for $1. It's the brand Natural White, and it's a 5-minute whitening system. Personally, I've tried whitening kits before, I've tried whitening systems before, and they didn't really work out for me because I'm not that consistent with it, and especially when it's something that you have to leave on for half an hour or 45 minutes, or some of them you have to leave on for like 2-3 hours, it gets to be very inconvenient because especially when you're going to school, you're going to work, you're cooking, you're doing a lot of other things, it does get very difficult to try to keep track of, oh, let me stop and whiten. So this is definitely something that I will do a review on, and I'll do a separate video on it to let you guys know how I use it, if it works. I actually got 2 of these because as I said earlier, me and my sister, our birthdays are coming up, so we've both been trying to whiten. So I'm very, very excited to find this at the Dollar Tree. I'm not sure if today was my first day seeing it, so I'm not sure if it's something that they have often, but I just figured it can't hurt to give it a try, and if it works, great, because it was only $1. So finally, the last thing that I have for you guys, and this is actually one of my favorite purchases of today, is this little jewelry dish. Sometimes when you find certain things at Dollar Tree, it's just like, even if you can't really think of what you're going to use it for, for me, I just feel like I can't help but pick it up. Like this, if you can see like the detail on it, is just so beautiful. It's a good depth. It is it doesn't have a brand on it or anything, but um, it's actually a candle holder, which yeah, it's a candle holder according to the label. But certain things, as I said, when you find them, you just have to pick them up because I feel like something like this is just so beautiful and you have so many different uses for it. I personally didn't even think of using it for candles. When I first saw it, my first thought was that it would be a great jewelry dish for, at the end of the day, something to have by your bedside when you're taking off your rings, when you're taking off your earrings, when you're taking off, whatever other jewelry necklaces that you might have on, and you don't necessarily want to take time to put them away, especially if it's something that you wear every day. You can just put it in here. It is glass. It's very durable. It doesn't have any cracks or anything like that. This was the last one, so I was extremely excited to find it. And to me, it's just so beautiful. As I said, I didn't even think of using it for candles, but even for candles, it would be really nice. So there's just certain things, as I said, that once you find them, you just have to pick them up, and this is definitely one of them. So that's it for my Dollar Tree haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that if you see anything you like, you definitely go to your Dollar Tree and try to find it. I am thinking of doing a little mini contest with some of these items that I found. So if interested, comment down below and let me know what items you liked and what you would like to potentially win. And I'll definitely run a contest for those items. All right, thanks guys. Bye.